What is up, guys? Talking with Tonka, episode 37, on location today in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, at a new upcoming spot, pizza joint, Johnny's Pizza here in Bryn Mawr. I got a co-host today. Some people may know him as Chase U, but today his name is Doug. What's up, Doug?
What's going on, guys? How we feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm here with my boy Johnny Bisceglie, right?
Yep, that was right.
Yeah, how you doing? He's the owner of Johnny's Pizza. What's it like, man? How's it feel to be a business owner here in Bryn Mawr?
It's nonstop.
Yeah?
Every day.
Every day, huh?
Even on Mondays when we're closed. Just
Yeah, I was here with Johnny on this past Monday, helping him with a sign out front. Phone doesn't stop ringing. Even when he's closed. He's advertised that he's closed on Mondays. Yeah. Phone just keeps ringing.
Do you just keep it going? Do you pick it up? Voicemail? What's set up for that?
That's actually a good question.
I don't even have a voicemail. It just keeps ringing. Yeah.
So maybe that's the next step is maybe get voicemail?
Yeah, probably. Verizon.
Maybe with the hours on it?
That would help, yeah.
Yeah, it would help, right? It's just the little things, right?
Business is booming.
Yeah, so that must make you feel good, though.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a good problem to have. Yeah,
for sure.
It could be worse.
So I'm going to touch on a story he told me about earlier, but the reason why I wanted to have Doug co-host it, I want to call you Chase.
Stick with it. You know what? Make sure the people are listening.
Yeah.
You have to keep them on their toes. Change it up every now and again.
I don't want to, though.
Go with
Chase. Call you Doug.
Go with.
You look like a Doug.
What you're feeling in your heart. Go with that.
Doesn't he look like a Doug?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a Doug.
I am a Doug.
Yeah.
I could be your Doug.
Was that your favorite cartoon growing up?
Yeah, and I think I was biased towards that. But also, Doug and Rugrats were back to back when I was growing up, so it was a 1-2 punch for me.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Who's your favorite character on Rugrats?
You know, I don't know what it is, but I just felt a vibe towards Chucky Finster. He was a little nerdish. His hair was a little unkempt. Like he was the underdog.
Yeah.
So
I feel like when he grew up, he probably had a hot girlfriend.
Well,
no shot.
As his life. All right.
Are you old enough for Rugrats?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How old are you?
Tommy Pickles?
Yeah.
28.
28. Okay.
Child.
Yeah.
Child.
I'm older than both of you, so I don't want to hear it. So the reason why I wanted to have Doug co-host this episode, because he grew up on top of a pizza shop.
I did. So Dad owned pizza shops my entire life, for the most part, until he didn't. But yeah, grew up on top of a pizza shop. Mm-hmm. You know, felt very similar walking in. Like felt like home. He opened up a shop. It had the booths and everything in here. I said to Tonka, Eric, what do you want to be called?
Tonka.
I call him Tonka all the time.
But like not as many autographs on the wall. But I think like this is cool, and I'd love to hear once we get to that point of like how this started, because I think the buy-in from the community, and making sure the community feels like this is their home is so crucial. So I think this artwork, for those of you who can't see it,
some people can see it. That wide angle can see it. The people behind Johnny here can see it.
Yeah,
but it's awesome. It feels like the people have ownership of this pizza shop.
And kids are always like, I want to go back to the place where I could draw on the walls. And
yeah,
like, awesome. Yeah.
So do you have a plan of maybe like clearing them like once a year?
No.
Just
keep going. Yeah.
So what if when you run out of space, can you let them do the ceiling?
Nah, I mean,
that'd be kind of sick,
wherever they could find room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
What was the thought process behind that?
So when I worked up in Montauk, New York, and there was like a dive bar pizza spot, and they did the same thing in their bathroom walls, and I was like, this would be really cool, like for like a dining room set. And it just made people feel like it's been there for like 100 years, but it was new. So, like it just felt like it was so nostalgic. It was really cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Where's the first one?
First one was me.
Yeah.
I put my name on, and I drew the Santa up there, top left.
I hate that. I love that.
And then people just caught on eventually.
Yeah, I did. I tagged up over there. It says Tonka.
Yeah.
And I wrote him a song. Behind the mirror there, I wrote him a message. And then Grizz, she drew a dog on there, too.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
We came, I think the week you opened, I want to say, or a couple weeks after you opened.
Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks after. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I wasn't on keto at the time, so I was like, oh, let me try this guy out. And then we've been regulars ever since. It's so good. It's incredible. So it's like, it's really cool. And to be honest, I like walking back here because it makes it feel like, it's kind of like, not like you're at home, but kind of like more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you're walking into a place where it's like super, super duper, like clean and perfect.
Yeah.
Like, who wants that? You know? Oh wow, we got a special delivery. We're gonna let that cool down. We're gonna let that cool down because we're just getting started here.
A little excited, man.
When I turn the lights on in the middle, it just looks like a hospital in here. I'm like, it's way too bright and it's like uncomfortable.
No overhead lights ever. Ambient lighting only.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I keep adjusting your mic because I
You're
forget
good, yeah.
look at how big you guys are. You're so much
Big boys. Big
Nick was
boys.
taller than me. So Chase is actually Chase. Jesus,
Fine.
Christ. Oh my God! But like I said, the reason why I wanted to have him on because he has like pizza experience.
Yeah.
Right. So I figured this would be a perfect guy to ask you some pizza questions. You know.
You know, I've eaten a lot of pizza. I've seen a lot of pizza. I haven't made a lot. I've made some pizza, but maybe not so well. So, but like,
It's hard to make at home.
Have you ever made a pizza?
I've made many a pizza, but never in my dad's shop. So like when I was growing up, we're in the shop. I was still relatively young. I go back. I wish that we could have helped him to make the business a little bit more successful because it's a lot of stress owning a restaurant, owning a business. So like, you opened up a year ago. Talk me through the process of like, what was it about pizza, but also what was it about the location? Was it just, hey, we found it, or was it that we're in this college town? Like, what? How did everything?
I was more so just frustrated, of like looking around, never finding anything that was perfect. And then I finally was just like, all right, nothing's gonna be perfect, and I was like, finally, just pulled the trigger. I was like, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
That was
just
it.
jumped in.
Yeah. Like,
so the place having an oven already and having pretty much set up as a pizza shop, that was probably helpful.
The oven's like completely busted. Like, you can't even tell temperature in it.
Yeah, so he has to eyeball the temperature.
Yeah.
So real artisanal pizza.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Always watching it. That's
literally, yeah, it's nuts. Yeah.
So why pizza?
Great question. See, this is why you're here.
So I worked at Philomena Santucci's when I was like 18, 19, did that for a few years. Even when I had other jobs, I was always helping them out and stuff. And I don't know, I got into it. I saw how to like run a shop pretty much. And I was like, oh, okay. Then I was working as a mailman actually. And I was like, you know what? I hate this. Let me go back to like pizza. I went back to Santucci's. Nick, who's like, you know him, he's like a mentor to me, like a big brother. He's great. Maybe a manager, showed me how to show me the ropes pretty much. And I was like, you know what? Before I open a shop though, like I got to go to New York and work there and like figure out what they're doing. I worked for this guy, Frank, who was on Munchies and Vice TV.
Yeah.
And worked with him because I was like, all right, this guy has some cool videos. And he was kind of like, I was like a fan of him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Frank's the one that went around to all the pizza shops and tried it out. Like,
all different cities.
All had little like, I loved his show.
Yeah, he's a really nice dude. So I was like a fan of him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So went up there, worked, learned from him and the staff. And it was awesome. Learned so much, and then it's time to come back down here.
Yeah. So you really put a lot of passion into this. Nick also from Philomena Santucci's. One of the best square pizzas that's out there.
Yeah.
You haven't had this one.
I know. I did see it as I was looking at square pizza.
Yeah, when I opened, he was like, "Square pizza, John? Really?" And I was like, "Yo, my oven's broken. Give me a chance."
Yeah. No, he spoke very highly about you. But so like Philomena's and Nick kind of fostered this pizza passion. Then going up to is it Long Island that he's in, Frank?
Brooklyn.
Yeah. So learning from some of the best in the game, like what are some tips and tricks that you've learned where you're like, this is how I make my pizza? Or not to give away the secret sauce here.
Yeah, you could keep one secret.
It's just all in the quality. That's it. Yeah, that's the one thing from New York I could take, and I would tell people is like they care about quality. Every little thing is quality. They don't cut corners anywhere. Yeah. Even in the prep, every ingredient has like a story. It feels like it's nuts. Yeah.
And one thing about Johnny is like he won't make extra dough. Like he'll make enough for he thinks that it'll sell out, and if he doesn't sell it, he throws it out.
Wow. Yeah, I'll never like reuse like crappy product. Yeah.
Wow. So like not even garlic knots or like fried dough or anything like that.
Garlic knots are more made to order, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I hate when people just like, not to knock anybody, but like I hate when places just put it in a bowl and sits there all day. You don't know when they're from.
Right.
Or their night before. Yeah.
Like me and Grizz came. We had a date here. We watched the Raiders game again. Obviously, I come here to watch the Raiders games because he lets me watch whatever I want.
Yeah.
But he knows how Grizz likes her garlic knots. A little bit crispy, extra garlic. He brought them out fresh. You could tell they're fresh because the inside's still a little doughy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still a little soft, but the outside got that nice char to it.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal, man. Ugh. I took 2 gas sacks coming here because I was like, I need to prep my stomach for all the acid I'm about to take.
Just in case. So like, we're right on Lancaster Ave, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of colleges that are around here. Who was it? Nova, Rosemont, whatever. Not important.
Yeah.
How has that reception been over the years since you've been here? Like, did they welcome open arms? Was it a little slow?
No, absolutely not. Not welcome arms.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
no, it was terrible at first because I took over a spot that was here for like 35 years, and it was just like your typical pizza place. They had like a 10-page menu, so like it was tough to take over, and then like just boom, completely different pizza overnight. Like I transformed this place in a week. Like I was in here like 13-hour days, like all day, pretty much 15 hours, just painting the walls, doing what I could to make it look different.
Right.
And then just opened the door. No advertising, no nothing. Didn't even have a sign out or nothing. It was still said Peasy Pizza. It was embarrassing. for sure. But you're broke. You got to open. You know what I mean? I had no money.
Yeah,
I was like,
I was gonna say you got to kind of pick and choose what your battle is.
Yeah,
then, right?
yeah. It was kind of like a talk with my dad. Actually, I was like, I don't think we're ready. I don't think I'm ready. And he was like, you got to do it. So just do it. Yeah. I was like,
Shout
all right.
out to Dad on that one.
Yeah.
It was actually
That's a gem.
It was actually I called Frank the night before, and I
Okay.
was like, dude, I'm like dry heaving in my bathroom, like, oh man, this is a terrible idea. I'm like, I should have stayed with you in Brooklyn. I'm like, what am I doing? And he was like, dude, just relax, you're fine, just sell the pizza. Yeah, and I was like, all right, yeah, I got this. Yeah.
Of course, this camera went off when you said that perfect moment. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll find another one.
And
that clip will go.
Yeah.
and I called Nick. Actually, he was in the hospital. His wife just gave birth, and I was like, yo, Nick, sorry to bother you, but crucial questions. I was just like hammering him with questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And he took time to answer you?
yeah, that was the best part. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Go back to your wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be reassuring though to have those people in your corner who have probably gone through all of those things
Yeah.
before
definitely.
and
Yeah.
then some.
Mhm.
So like, what was it? Do you think that kind of, obviously still here, you're still young, but what are some of the things that you felt have really brought the community to you or put you on the map in this area?
I think this place, a lot of people, they were desperate for like a high quality pizza place. And then I finally delivered that. And that's what everybody's been raving about. They're just like, there was no like premier or like go-to pizza spot out here. It was all just like, whatever, we'll go here, we'll go there. Like, didn't matter.
Yeah, your traditional mom and pop pizza shops. And nothing against them.
No,
but I think
nothing against them at all.
There's
Yeah.
such a new wave, and we've seen it
Mhm.
with the reviews of like, long fermentation with the dough to get it that crispy but
Yeah.
the chew on the inside.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's such a move back to people who want that artisanal style pizza
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, this isn't just as Dave Portnoy puts it
Yeah.
perfectly, that football pizza. Like this
Yep.
is good pizza that
Yeah.
I'm willing to pay a little bit more for
Mhm.
to have a better product.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want quality nowadays.
What's your price point compared to people on the block?
You see, the thing is, I did the same prices as like a lot of places around. Found the 3 closest spots, and I just kind of stayed in that ballpark, not to scare people away because you're brand new and you don't want to be like, who's this guy think he is charging like $23 a pie? Like places I could have do that in Fishtown or something, but
So you went the opposite way at Bar John.
yeah,
Or Pizza John.
Yeah.
He came in Manioc swinging.
really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swinging.
Still haven't been there yet.
Really?
I've never been there either.
Yeah, I haven't been
I
there.
want to. Yeah,
I had their square. It was good.
Mhm.
I mean, I still come here.
Yeah.
So what is that? I mean, I probably should have talked to you back because I'm having Bar. I talked to him about bringing him on the podcast, talk about Bar John.
Yeah.
Because that's new. He took
Cool
over.
spot.
Yeah, he took
I mean,
over.
it looks
What was it? Manioc Tavern.
Tell you.
great
You could tell
name,
me
great
anything.
name though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bar
fantastic.
John?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
God.
You can't.
Incredible pizza, John. Incredible name.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with John.
Could open up like 10 of them around Philly.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And they'll all be successful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
down
all-
the shore too. Wildwood. Oh my God.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like in Wildwood, everybody.
John. Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, John?
Whoever's listening to this podcast, just put a John pizza on your menu.
Yeah.
Cheesesteak pizza, whatever. Just put it on there.
It's like
Yeah.
that beer Neshaminy Creek had, John.
John.
I'm pretty sure that was their
And
best
they
seller
did that
ever.
Rita's one too. Mango. It's really good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They did like a Rita's beer. Mango.
Oh, really?
It wasn't called John, but two Philly legends coming together.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That probably. Actually, I'm not a beer guy, but that sounds really nice.
I say Philly legends. Neshaminy is not in Philly, nor did Rita start in Philly. But
Yeah.
here we are.
Where did Rita start?
Ben Salem.
Oh, really?
Eden, like right on Route 13.
Yeah, that's the one by my house. Well, where I grew up.
Yep.
Interesting.
Right there.
That's a little hole in the wall too.
I guess maybe technically it's Woodhaven.
No, that's Ben Salem. It's like we're on the cusp of Ben Salem and Croydon.
Mhm.
If you're talking about, we're talking about the same one, right near that. What is it? Patrick's Tavern, I think.
Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Interesting. Yeah.
Anywho.
But, so it's funny. Me and Johnny we worked in the same bar. That's how we know each other. I was
Yeah.
telling Doug earlier. I was like, "How do you guys know each other?" I was like, "He wasn't my
I was
boss."
his black cherry runner.
Yeah. So back before like all the teas came out,
Mhm.
I just drank black cherry White Claw only. You try to give me a mango, I'll throw it at you. Like, it's gross.
Noted.
So my black cherry thing.
I do.
So he gave me a black cherry Wishnick soda from, was it Hank's?
Yeah, I remember
So-
that. I watched the podcast. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So that black cherry Wishnick is my favorite thing ever. So White Claw, obviously, he would come up from like the back stairs because we so crowded in Tradesman's and to get me a black cherry White
Here
Claw.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah, here you go, man. And then he would hang out,
Yeah,
and
we
then
went golfing first one time, and then we got each other's numbers, and it was just like black cherry. Yo, let me get another one. All right, cool.
yeah.
Be right
We
up,
would
yeah.
talk. We would kind of only talk when we were working, and then we just hit it off like golf. We would golf every once in a while,
Yeah.
and then when you open this spot, I'm a big fan of like helping people,
Mhm.
like promoting, like, and that's one thing I could say against like I don't even care. Some of my friends are listening. They don't share my podcast stuff ever. You know what I mean? But they'll share something else. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm a big fan if my small following of 5,000 people see your stuff, and it worked.
Yeah.
'Cause I probably
You brought in a good amount of people. Yeah.
just for Christmas parties, I got them 3.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like,
nice, really nice.
yeah, and they come in here, they ate, and they left.
Yeah.
So it's like, if me sharing a story, I told them every time you post a picture of a pizza, tag me in it.
Yeah.
I'll just share it.
Yeah.
It takes 3 seconds to share someone's stuff.
We've said it before, but like the podcast that I was on, Buster had said it. A rising tide raises all ships, and I feel like, and I don't, maybe you felt this way when you open up the spot. Your friends are always going to be the biggest critics. They're going to be the toughest ones to break. Same
you
thing.
want,
Like,
though.
yeah, for sure. But like when Chase U first started, it was challenging. You got a lot of critiques. It was like, make your video shorter, do this, do that. And then finally, once we popped, it's like you get this ovation of like, there you go. Everybody's proud of you. But it's tough to crack that. Like, did you feel that, or were your friends in here like day one be like,
yeah, I would say when you start a business or even a podcast or anything that you guys do, like you find out who your real friends are real quick.
Sure.
Real rap.
So like I would have friends in here working for free, like just coming in after their day jobs and everything, and it was just like they knew I had no money. I was like, I can't pay you. Like I'll just buy you beer or something, like whatever. And they were cool with that, and that's that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got chills hearing that one.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
It is, and it sucks. It sucks that that's what you have to resort to, but you know who your real friends are at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like I came in, I had 3 hours to spare. I helped him with his sign.
Yeah.
And I was like, he brought that same thing up. He's like, you find out who your real friends are when you need them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I'll see people from like my hometown in bars, and they'll be like, "Oh, dude, I gotta come check it out. Like it's amazing." And I'm like, "Well, it's been there for a year, and you've known about it, so like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
What are you waiting for?
25, 30 minutes away. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah, you're 23 minutes from Adio,
Yeah,
which is nothing.
you just nod your head. You're like, "Yeah, man, anytime." And you're just like, in the back of your head, you're like, yeah, "Okay, whatever."
It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. Whenever you're ready,
Yeah.
I'll be here.
So when you started your Chase U page, did you have some of that where your friends weren't like supporting you?
Yeah, for sure. Because it's one thing, like you see the vision of what you want to do, and you have an idea of what it's going to take and what it's going to be. But you're also starting from scratch. Like,
Right.
the influencer game is the wild, wild west, right? And I didn't go out there and be like, oh, I'm going to be an influencer. I just wanted to make content and I wanted it to be entertaining. But it started off on YouTube with like 9-minute, 10-minute videos, and my one buddy Ryan, hope you're listening, Ryan, but he was always like, dude, 3 minutes, 23 seconds. That's the perfect video time. And like he would just say, I said, right.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that from a study? Like, where are you getting that from?
That was his attention span. I bet.
The essence of what he was saying is like, dude, your videos are too long. And I was so egotistical to be like, no, screw you. Like, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, exactly. And then TikTok started with these 60-second videos, and you start to see the success, and you're like, shit. Maybe
He was right.
Yeah, I should have listened to that a little. Not so
Good
much
job,
about
Rye.
how he was saying it, but like, what was he actually saying? But you get those critiques.
Yeah.
And I have a couple friends who you see the shares when I get a video, when I post a video and they share it.
Yeah.
And they don't share every single one. So I know when they share one of them, I'm like, yeah, that one resonated with them. That one got through. So I can appreciate that. But it's also this dynamic of my friends know me as Doug. And this whole Chase U thing is like
secondary.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's his job, but that's just Doug. And I hope to God that they feel as proud as I do about all this stuff of like, wow, look at how far you've come, because I'm not here without them. Every iteration of Chase U and Doug is because of the people I've been surrounded by. So, like you said, you definitely find out who your real ones are, and then you see some of the other friends coming out of the weeds who are like, "Oh my God, this is great."
Yeah, I was like, my best friend John was in here like all the time, just saying like he would always critique every single pizza I make. Even if I post to this day, he's like, "I don't know about that one." And I'm like, "Dude, all right, chill." Yeah,
dude, you get testy, but it's just like, no, I'm doing this because I want you to be the best, and it's like, I don't see that initially, but
he works a full-time job at UPS. He was here like going to every business, handing out free slices. I was like,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's a good friend right there.
I was gonna say that's the stuff you truly like. You can't value enough, or those shares and those connections and people willing to do this stuff when, from a monetization standpoint, they don't have any buy into this. They just want to watch you succeed as a person, as a friend.
And that's what I was saying. It's like if you can take 3 seconds and share a reel, a picture, or anything, just help your friend out. Whether you don't think it's going to help or not, you don't know who's going to see it. You know what I mean? And that's like the biggest thing. You never know who's going to see it. Yeah, go ahead. Slide on by. The bathroom is still open for business.
We're real people. We're blue collar. We're here when the people are working.
Yeah. So that I want to thank you for letting Dan make the pizzas. Your cousin.
God bless anybody getting a pizza right now. No, I'm just kidding.
So is that? So I know you can't always work 6 days a week, right? So what's your goal like for that? So like, are you teaching Dan to be here when you're not here to make the pies as good as you?
I mean, eventually that's a goal, but I'm in no rush to do that now.
Yeah. Because they say, you don't make money back for the first 5 years. So is that your thing? Because I'm going to ask you your 5-year plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you that, so don't answer in full detail. But you can't work 6 days a week for 5 years.
Yeah.
You think you can?
I mean, work, I would say in a different aspect. Like, I won't be making dough and, like, slinging pies, but, like, maybe, like, growing and doing other stuff, like other ventures, you know what I mean? But I'll always be working, I think.
All right.
Yeah, because I feel like if I stop, you lose momentum, and then it's like...
Right. Yeah. You can't
I closed for, like... Yeah, I closed for 5 days in the summer, and it was so hard to, like, get back into the swing of things. I was like, all right, I got to get back into it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're only closed Mondays.
That's it, yeah.
Even in the summer when Villanova and the schools are out?
Yeah, just Mondays. Yeah, me and my dad will be in here like fixing something like every other Monday. Try to.
Yeah,
and so it's still a working day. It's just not in that capacity.
Yeah. You don't even need music on. The phone's just ringing.
Yeah,
seriously.
I was hearing the phone ringing when I left.
Yeah,
like in my ear. Yeah. I had to put the radio on because I drive with
telephone. Yeah,
I drive without the radio on. I'm so weird.
Really?
Yeah,
just
I drive
listening with your own. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think because I listen to so much music all the time.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's unique to you, right?
Yeah.
Like that's your job.
I used to install car audio systems when I was like 19 and 20 as a hobby for me and my friends. Like I would do their car. I would charge some people that I didn't know, but I want to say at one time it was worth like $7,000. I never listened to it. I never listened to it.
Just being alone with your own thoughts.
Yeah, I just listen to music so much. I was just like, it's cool.
Silence is cool. Reflection is cool sometimes.
Yeah, well, I only listen to it when there's other people in the car.
Yeah.
So we were driving the other day because when we were doing that sign, I brought a steamer to take all the vinyl off.
Right.
And we couldn't get my steamer to work.
Yeah.
Like it was a brand new steamer right out of the box. Couldn't get it to work. I don't know, missing a plug. I don't know what was going on. So we were driving to Target. And I was like, I should probably put some music on. You probably think this is weird.
We started talking about his car. I'm like, this is a nice car.
Yeah, because he's been car shopping. He wants to get a new car.
Oh, fun. So if there's any car dealerships that are out there, sponsorship.
Yeah, you can get a free pizza once a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That could be a bargaining chip for you, actually. You go to a car dealership, be like, how about you save me a couple grand? Yeah. The next couple Fridays, lunch is on me.
I say equal exchange.
Yeah,
your
to be
pizza's
honest.
that good. Just equal exchange.
Yeah.
And he's met some athletes coming through here from Philly sports team.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Can you say who? Do you want to say who?
Tobias Harris is coming here. Howie Roseman has my personal number.
No kidding.
He'll text me for his order. He doesn't call the shop phone ever.
What's his order? What's Howie Roseman's go-to order?
He usually will be like, one pepperoni pie, and then he'll be like, make me another one, whatever you want it to be. And I'm like, dude, what? Like, that's a lot of pressure.
He spares no expense when it comes to pizzas.
What are you making him? Well, your first attempt.
Yeah, I gave him a cheesesteak. He was like, oh, where are those rolls from? He's like trying to know every little detail, and I'm like,
oh, is he going to steal your shit?
Yeah, right? He's going to start selling it.
Roseman's Pizza, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be honest,
he's very meticulous.
That's a good person to have in your pocket, though.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Literally.
Quite literally, yeah.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't ask him for tickets or anything, but so who's on the wall here? Who's the Flyers player?
That is Rasmus Ristolainen. So I met him at Tradesman's.
Strong name.
Yeah.
Big Risto. Yeah. Dude, he's a big dude. Yeah. But I met him at Tradesman's. I thought he was like super drunk, and I was trying to kick him out, and he's like talking in his accent. I was like, oh, this dude's got to go, man. He's hammered. And he's like, no. He pulls out his ID. He's like, I play for the Flyers. I don't want to be like that guy. But I was like, what do you want, man? Like, I got you. Yeah.
Why didn't you say anything?
As he has a Flyers hat on.
Yeah.
Orange and the black, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, so now we're friends. We talk, and he's a cool dude. Yeah, he's really nice.
He comes in here too?
Yeah. He's been here once.
Once. Yeah. Okay.
So
is that when you have an athlete come in, are you like trying a little extra hard to make it perfect?
Like Tobias was in here, I was freaking out. He was like, I'm gonna go wait in my car when it's ready. I got my dog. I'm like, all right, guys. I was like, everybody, this better be perfect. Yeah, because he needs to come. If he doesn't come back, we're screwed now.
And so this is one thing I told him. I was like, did you get a pic? He said no.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you get a pic of him holding the pizza box?
Right.
He said no. Yeah. I don't want to bother him. I'm like,
no.
They're coming here for a reason.
Yeah, they've heard.
They've heard something about you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He lives around the corner, so I was like, all right, I didn't want to pressure. I'm like, all right, if I lived around the corner from a spot, I would just want to pick up my pizza and like go. One thing you can do while he's checking out, Tobias, I know you're busy. I know, whatever. Is there any way I can get a picture of you holding the pizza box or a picture of me and you and the pizza or something just to help me promote my hindsight
business?
2020.
One of those things, like maybe next time he comes in or something. Just
I told him, I said, if you're back, that means I know you like it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I will ask for a jersey if you're back. Yeah. And he was like, all right, deal.
Yeah, so that's good. So like that, I thought that'd be cool too. To like have the athletes that come in,
sure.
like kind of like Geno's used to do with the pictures.
Exactly.
Same thing, but with their jerseys.
Yeah, there's a
You know what
spot.
I mean?
One of my favorite go-to spots, Collegeville Italian Bakery. That they have their entire dining room with little 8x10 frames of like all the celebrities come in.
I always see a video of somebody there, and
Dude,
I'm like,
they
cool.
do.
Yeah.
Steve does a great job with the marketing aspect of it all, but like it still has to be cool. And I'm sure being open in a year, you're like, holy shit, I got professional.
Yeah.
I got Howie Roseman calling me for a pizza, and he wants my recommendation on it.
Yeah,
That's pretty sick.
He's pretty crucial though, because he'll text me at like 5 o'clock. I'll be like, I'll be there in 15 minutes for 4 pizzas, and I'm like, oh man,
Damn it.
Say less. I got you.
I'm like, hold the phones, tell him an hour. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Howie. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty sick though, man. And so someone like that, you never know who's going to come into town. Someone that moves into the area, and they're like, oh, you got to go check out my boy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Howie's your boy now. You know what I mean? So, like, Howie's recommendation going to someone else, even if it's just a family down the street, that's a pizza every Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I did try to joke with him over text. I said a joke, sent the laughing emoji. He just completely bypassed it and like sent like his order. I was like, oh, okay, he's not a jokester.
All right. Yeah. All right.
He said the wife is leaving, so I got to get pizza. I was like, yeah, you don't want to do the cooking, right?
Yeah.
And he did not, he was just like right.
He's
over
like, listen, man.
It's like pepperoni
Just feed me.
and the Johnny special. That's what I want.
So
we're not friends. Yeah.
This will be for Doug. So you've been in the limelight now for a pretty like 2 years now, I would say.
Your words, not mine, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So what's your opinion on what I told him to do with the athletes?
I think
because I see you take pictures with athletes, right? I know it's a little bit different.
yeah,
They're not buying anything from you, but
it's cool. It's never not a cool thing because I think growing up in the Philadelphia area, sports are in our blood, right? So it's just a really neat thing. But you learn very quickly. Oh, we're just people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're just people, and this just so happens to be your job that you excel at, and you get paid a lot of money for it. But like when we met Stubby, when they clinched the wild card, like thankfully somehow we worked our magic. We ended up partying with them up in Xfinity, and that was great. And
so mate, I didn't go that night, by the way.
dude, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was great. But like, I didn't want to bother him the entire time. He's in party mode. Vibes are high. Chief vibe officer, all that fun stuff. So when everything was closing up, I just went up to him. I was like, hey. I didn't even get to say hey. He came up to me and he goes, Chase, you. He's like, I got your shirt in my locker. I'm like, this is one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. And we just chopped it up for 5 to 10 minutes because you realize like, oh, again, we're just people. So I think you got athletes coming in. I think that's your go-to line.
That's
like,
what Tobias was waiting. I was like,
yeah.
truck is right there. I was like, what is that, F-150? He's like, yeah. And I was like, you like it? And he's like, yeah, I love it. And I was like, I might get one. Yeah.
I think there's got to be like such an appreciation of like, you're not putting me on a pedestal. I'm just a guy who plays sports, who plays basketball. And to your point, I think you handled that perfectly.
Yeah.
Next
So
time you come in,
I
if
told
you
him, I
like
said,
you
you
get a
got.
pick.
I was like, ask for a pick.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's how I would toss up. Be like, hey, if you like it, you got to come in and get a picture with me. I'd love to be able to put it on the wall. You're a huge part of this
That
community.
was another thing. I'm like, what if he went home and he really didn't like it? And he's like, oh, now that picture's out like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, but I think that's fair
Do
to
they have
say.
a Christmas game?
Yes.
Do they?
Mhm.
Okay, because I told him, he's like, yo, should I be open Christmas Eve? And I was like, yeah. I was like, to be honest, dude, you don't know the heritage of people in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
I was like, you could have non-Catholic people and that don't celebrate Christmas. There's probably a lot of families and they're going to be looking for somewhere to eat because a lot of places are closed.
Mhm.
So I was like, if you can open for a couple hours, what's
you got to come in and do some stuff anyway, so you might as well be open.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell a couple of pies. I
Close
mean,
at
you can
6.
post that up on social media.
I'm going to come buy a pie because I'm going to be by myself Christmas Eve night.
Yeah,
I'm going to buy a pie.
We're going to do 50 pizzas. First come, first serve, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a good idea. 24
pies.
24 pies.
Pies.
We'll tell everybody 100 though.
Yeah, yeah, right.
No, but I
Tell
think that'd be
social media
funny.
100,
24 pies. Once we sell, we're sold out.
Yeah.
I think that phone will be like buzzing.
I'll probably be done in an hour.
I was going to say pre-orders only. Y'all have that stuff.
24. Oh, I really like that idea. I guess
24 Christmas tree shaped pies.
Yeah. Would you ever do a novelty pie like that?
Oh man, I don't think I could. Yeah, probably come out like crap. Once
Yeah.
the cheese melts and everything. Yeah,
Sure.
It probably look like crap.
Yeah.
So coming up and like making pizzas and working in pizza shops, do you have like a memorable moment where you're like, this is what I want to do?
It's a great question.
Thanks.
I would say it was just more so admiring Nick from Santucci's, and I was like, oh, this dude seems happy. He's doing good. Yeah, I'm like, this is pretty cool. I was into it. I was always good at cooking, and So I just followed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw how they ran a business, like Nick and his parents too. Like I still have his dad in like the back of my head yelling at everybody. I feel like
Yeah.
when like like it hits the fan here, I'm like, just what would Gene do? Nick's
What
dad.
would Gene do? That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you know Gene? Or
I've never met Gene,
Never
but
been.
like Nick, just even when we've gone there to shoot videos
Yeah.
and do the marketing like in the way that we do it, dude's a workhorse. Like he always looks good too. Like no matter how hard he's working, no matter what's going on in the kitchen,
Always clean. Yeah.
dude, it's insane. It's so impressive. Like the kitchen is pristine. He looks pristine. Like
are all the Santucci's people related, or is it a franchise now?
you know,
Some
I don't
of them,
ask questions.
Some of them are
about that.
franchise, but some I think they're all related in a way, kind of.
Okay, there's a bunch now. There's a couple down the shore, right?
Well, each one is a little bit different. Like Philomena Santucci's is its own. And there's
okay.
other Santucci's
Yeah.
that are their own. So
Okay.
it's
There's the original, there's Joe's, and then there's Philmina. Yeah. So
Oh
it's
wow.
all-
Okay, I didn't know they
Yeah.
were all different like
Yeah.
that. So the one in Manayunk is probably not.
I think they're all
Manny Young's the original. That's
Yeah.
owned by his cousin, I think. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, 'cause that used to be around the corner from my house, and then they moved.
Like when I say the original, they just like I think they just filed the name. Like,
That's the name.
original
Yeah.
Santucci's.
Oh,
yeah. It's not
oh,
like the
oh.
original Santucci's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
and then Pika's Pizza in Delco. They're cousins.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Oh wow.
This is another square style pizza that always people are like, no, it's Santucci's or Pika's. I've never had Pika's, so Santucci still reigns supreme
Yeah.
to me.
We gotta get Dan to put this back in just to heat it up, maybe, because it's been sitting there for 17 minutes.
Yeah.
What's this? So I noticed you don't sell slices.
No, I did at first, and then there wasn't enough foot traffic, and then I was getting frustrated because somebody would come in like 2 hours after I put it up, and I'm like, all right, well now it's got to get thrown out, especially after an hour, it's got to go in the trash. To be honest, so like
that's what I like about this place.
somebody
That can't be the first experience of somebody taking a bite of an old slice.
exactly,
And going, this place
yeah,
sucks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's
So
no-
that's
there's
what you
no-
don't want,
I don't have
right?
a case to put them in or anything, and it's like,
So I know you have plans to renovate that whole area.
yeah,
Is there a way for maybe like lunchtime you do have like pizzas out for lunch?
yeah, I think so. You just like cook them like 75% of the way, and then you heat them back up in the oven.
Oh, okay. So that there is a science behind
There's a way, yeah. But I would just once I start getting the traffic for lunch, I'll say I probably will. But,
Okay.
Yeah. But for now, we just do small pies during lunch.
Yeah.
Which works.
So he
personal
does
pies.
offer a
Yeah.
little small John. That's what you should
Small,
call it.
small John's.
during lunch only. Yeah.
Yeah, small John. Yeah, on your menu, small Johns.
Maybe.
That'll be the,
Yeah.
that'll be the
doesn't like
market.
it. He
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
like it.
he's not buying in on John.
He doesn't really like any of my ideas so far.
It's okay. I think the athlete picture. I think that works, but it's
Yeah.
such a give and take of like did
Yeah.
they like it?
Yeah.
But to that point, was there a moment within this year where you're like, damn, I think we're on to something? Because you said the neighborhood didn't welcome you with open arms initially. So like when did that change?
So I did no advertising at all. So like it was kind of just relying on the old places customers to kind of just like eat it and like it and then come back and then tell people and then like spread like a web.
Mm-hmm.
So
Did anybody come in and be like, this isn't, wait, you guys changed and I was unaware?
dude, all the time. I had one person today, and I'm like, dude, if it was the best pizza ever, you would have known a year ago. Yeah, But, like, yeah. So that happened. Yeah, that happens. Not as much, but it used to happen all the time. Yeah, been cursed out a few times by people. And I'm like,
Really?
oh,
Yeah,
all
so
the time,
What's the
dude.
craziest thing?
Actually, the craziest story is probably the one you just told me, right?
Which one?
About the guy who was like giving you a sarcastic attitude.
Yeah, he
Howie
came.
Roseman?
Yeah.
This guy came in. I was like, I've never like freaked out a customer or like say anything bad, obviously, but like this guy came in, he saw the box, he's like, oh, it's rectangle, and I was like, yeah. I was like, is that okay? He's like, just never had a rectangle pizza from Pizzy's Pizza before. I was like, oh, it's actually Johnny's now. He's like, yeah, I can read the sign. And I was like, all right, man, if you're not happy with it, I was like, maybe I could fire up a circle right now. And he's like, no, it's fine. I was like, all right, you just seem a little angry about it. He's like, what would make you think I'm angry about it? And I was like, I don't know, man, your sarcasm. And he's like, no. And I was like, all right, man, yeah, like, take a hike, dude.
He was just having a day. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going in and I'm going to mess with the pizza guy.
Yeah,
So how crappy is your life that you have to make fun of the pizza guy?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
brutal.
Because it's in a different box.
Yeah.
What a schmuck.
Yo, great word drop, schmuck. I haven't heard
Sometimes
that.
it's gonna be like, it's the same thing. It's just square. Yeah.
Yeah. Has he come back in? Have you seen him since?
No, this was like 2 days ago. So like,
He'll be back.
I wonder if he comes back.
He's what you're watching right now. You're coming
Yeah.
back.
I'm like, he
coming
wants
back.
to hate it so bad, but like when he eats it, I'm like, he's probably gonna like it. Yeah.
Like, how can you not, man? That's
Yeah.
what I'm like. I want to wait till like the hour mark to try it because I feel like we have a lot more to touch on. Because like,
Mhm.
I know. So you went from, where was the Santucci's at?
Warminster.
Warminster.
Worked at the one in Mayfair and Havia. I did all three.
Okay, so then you went to New York.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your New York experience.
Okay.
Did you know the shop you were going into?
Yes.
You knew the shop.
I didn't know them personally, but they have all the videos on YouTube
how'd
with
you
like
link up?
millions of views. I just applied for a job.
So let's
on their
talk
website.
about that experience. Let's talk about I'm doing it. I'm just going to jump head first.
When I got
I'm quitting my postman job.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, time to get very serious. Went to Santucci's, and then when I was like pretty much done there, I felt like I was just done there. I was like, I need to go to New York before I go open a pizza spot. I need to see what they're doing. You know what I mean? Got to go to the source. So I was just like, where do I want to go? I'm like a big fan of Frank's videos. I just went on his website. He had like a join the team link, and I was like, screw it. So I was commuting to Brooklyn Monday through Wednesday, like every week for like a solid 3 months. Yeah.
Wow. Were you driving? Were you taking the
Driving.
Wow.
Yeah. Paying a lot of money for
Commitment.
tolls and parking. I mean, it wasn't for the money, obviously. I wasn't
Right.
here like, oh, I need this much an hour or not worth it. Like, no, I didn't care. He could have paid me nothing. Like, I didn't care.
Mentally, what was that like for you? Because was it?
It was it was so fun.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're passionate about it, so you don't care.
Right.
Like, it doesn't feel like work. You
Like
just
this is
feel
something you need to do.
yeah, like it just it's what you wanted to do, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So you walk in your first day. What's your job?
I was the slice guy. So you had to yell out. It's like crowded. It's Brooklyn. People are loud. You got to yell out their names. You got to heat the slices up. And he's so busy. Tickets are just funneling down. I'm like, oh boy, this is nuts. Yeah. It was hard to keep up at first. I was like really nervous. Never did slices before because Santucci's doesn't do that. But
Was there training or anything beforehand?
no, they
Frank
kind of
be like,
started the
"Hey,"
wolves.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you do some prep stuff. Yeah. So the very first thing I did, I was in a basement in Brooklyn. He took me down in the basement, and then like I'm rubbing oregano off the stems. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, where they take every ingredient seriously.
Yep.
I was like, what am I doing down here, man? I'm like, I'm in a basement in Brooklyn. Like, what am I doing with my life? I'm like, just like doing oregano, and like some guys like take off all the stems, make sure there's no stems left. Like, I'm like, all right, dude. Like, I'm like, what am I doing here? Yeah.
Was that for just like a topping? Was that for sauce? Like, what was the
It
oregano?
was just for the oregano, like that you sprinkle on your pizza.
Wow.
It was real Sicilian oregano that you rubbed off by hand. And I'm like, this is insane. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So getting in there, obviously a little bit of a transition. What's the next step after slice guy?
You're saute the fryer, and then you're on the oven cooking the pizzas, and then the last thing you do is deck, like the pizza deck, where you're making the pizzas, like spinning out the dough.
And I apologize, but how long was it that you were up there in totality?
2 to 3 months, maybe, like
Okay.
a few days a week. Yeah.
Did you ever watch The Bear on Hulu?
No.
Yeah. Well, there's a character, Richie, who was like the main character's cousin, who
Okay.
was just like, no, this is the way that we've always done our Italian beef sandwiches. And long story short, he ends up going to like some real restaurant school to learn the way in a very impressive like time of, I want to say maybe a week. And that's what it sounds like. Of like, hey, you're going to come here month to month. You're going to be the slice guy. Then you're going to learn how to saute. You're going to be down in the basement rubbing oregano between your hands.
Yeah.
So like, what
Start at the bottom. Yeah. I was a sponge. Yeah.
Yeah, outside of like food stuff, what are some of the things that you really learned of like this is what I need to do in Philly to make this work?
Like what I learned there was like the atmosphere, how you treat people, how like it can be kind of relaxed. It could be a cool, fun environment, and it's just like that. It wasn't like that. I mean, Santucci's was fun, but like it was a different vibe. It felt like a tattoo
dining
shop
room and everything. Yeah, it's different.
It was like different. Yeah.
Okay. So you said you were there for 2 to 3 months. Give us a timeline. You're slice guy, or you're oregano guy first, then you're slice
prep
guy.
Then you do that. Then
So like each week, are you doing something else?
pretty much that's what it felt like. Yeah, I was getting like tossed because he had a place up in Montauk in the Hamptons. So I was staying at this beach house. It was like this mansion, but he rented like the guest house to it. And I was staying in there I was there for like, I think it was like 5 days maybe. So that was really cool. Met some cool people up there. And you're like right on the beach in the Hamptons, and that's like so nice. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like, I got to get to where this guy's at. Yeah.
Was there anybody else who was there that was doing something similar that you're doing? But
You know, it's funny. He was like, I got another guy who's from California who wants to like just learn how to make pizza from me. I'm like, okay, cool. But he was there the opposite days I was there. So it was kind of funny. Yeah, I never met him. Yeah.
now, were you able to pick Frank's brain? Frank or Frankie? What does he go by?
I just call him Frank.
Frank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you able to sit there and pick his brain? And
You know what's crazy? I really wasn't around him too much because he has 3 spots at the time, and he was just always moving. I never knew where he was going to be at. Yeah, I could text him, but like I met him, like I would talk to him like a few times. Yeah.
Okay.
Me and him talked for like 30 minutes. We just like walked around the block in Brooklyn, just like picking my brain. He was just like, I really want you up here. How do I get you up here? And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be up here, man.
Yeah.
All my friends are back home. I just want to do my own thing. And then like that's when I opened up. I was like, damn, I should have just stayed with him.
right. Has he been down here yet?
No.
Any thoughts of like getting him down here to be like, hey, how am I doing?
I could try. I text him from time to time. Like, you never know when he's going to answer because he's so busy. Like,
Sure.
the randomest text. But like, I do plan. I want to go up there. I keep saying I'm going to go up there on a Monday and just pop in.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're commuting. You know, you're up there 2-3 months. I know that takes a toll on you, obviously. Like,
Yeah, but it didn't though. I would be honest.
I know. I'm okay, but the driving and everything, like,
sometimes.
I mean, it's draining to your body. So, was it a sigh of relief? Day one, you opened up, you made some sales here.
Right.
Was it like oh,
No.
the first one's out?
No, dude, the first month was terrible. It was like, if I cleared like $200, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be rich. Yeah. Like,
Remember when you're like a kid and you get
Yeah.
you get like 10, 20 bucks? You're like,
I
yeah.
was like, oh my God, we had 10 orders today? This is crazy.
I can buy anything I want now.
Yeah, I started looking up. I was like, Lamborghini colors. I was like,
You know what the business
location
needs?
number 2.
Yeah.
The
Where we
business
going?
needs a Lambo for advertising.
Yeah.
purposes.
So okay. So when was the mark where you were like, okay, I'm on to something?
Well, I would say word of mouth finally started picking up like at the end of summer. This past like fall, it just like started. It was getting busier each week, but slowly. But fall just like doubled, and I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Do you think it was because kids in college coming back? By the way, that cheesesteak concerto of the banging on the griddle is like such
Yeah,
a
you hear it?
comfort for me. It's such a comfort for me.
To bring you back
It
to
brings
you.
me right back there, and it's just like, I can fall asleep right now.
I don't think I asked you when you were on the podcast. What was your dad's pizza spot?
Yeah, so initially it was called New World Village.
Okay.
And then he moved to another spot, and when he did that, the place sold and was changed the name to Marabello's. He bought it back, kept it at Marabello's because it's expensive to get a name change and all the menus and all that stuff. So he's like, all right, we're Marabello's now. So yeah,
Okay.
right on Tarsdale and Van Dyke in the heart of
I
Wissanomi.
know exactly where it is. We when I grew up, we had a gas station on Friendship and Tarsdale.
Yeah.
Sunoco station.
Yeah.
Right across from Esposito's.
Esposito.
What a rice. That guy was great. Nick Esposito. He used to when they closed, they would have like it's like a gallon of whatever was left, whatever he's like, he would bring over, it'd be the most random flavors.
Yeah.
But you guys want this? I can't use it because he was fresh. All the
Right.
water ice was fresh every day.
You'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit what
Yeah,
flavor this
absolutely.
is. I'll mix them all together.
Yeah, right.
What did they call that when you go down the soda machine?
I don't know, but that's exactly where my mind went.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, that's
you're
exactly.
mixing everything. Well, yeah, Johnny, do you think
While you guys ask that question, I'm going to ask Danny to heat this back up.
do you
I
use
guarantee he says, I don't know how. Yeah. No,
how do I do that? Do you think with like Nova coming back to class, Rosemont, Cabrini, all the kids coming back during fall, like that was a peak for you of like
honestly, college kids were like, wouldn't say an enemy, but like the college kids would come to the old pizza place and drink underage here, and like I didn't allow that. I was like, that's not fine. I worked
That's
at
elite,
Tradesman's,
yeah.
and I saw all the college kids destroy bathrooms. I was like, this is not happening here.
right.
So I was like, I really didn't want the drunk college crowd in here. And for the longest time, I'd have college kids like walk past me, curse me out, and be like, "You suck. You're gonna be out of business in like 2 months." And I'm like, "All right, dude. Like, whatever."
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah. Oh my God. They were ruthless, and I'm like, "All right, you nerds. Like Villanova. Yeah. Like,
You
whatever.
rich nerd.
Yeah. Like."
I hope
And
you never win the Big East again or whatever
Never.
they're in.
They never
Yeah.
will, honestly.
But I would say
they
it's
look
just
terrible.
families when they came back from the shore and their vacation homes.
Right.
Like,
Oh yeah.
their friends that stayed here told them about it, and then it just grew. But then I hired 2 Villanova kids. They're really nice kids. They're in a
Not
frat.
nerds.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, not nerds.
Sean and Bennett, you're not nerds. Not yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool. They got their
What a
whole
cool
frat to start
name.
coming in, and they're really nice kids. And I was like, all right, this is the crowd I want. Yeah.
Right.
So there is cool kids inside of Villanova, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I took them out to Conchi. They're both underage, actually. So I took them out. It was a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I got to take you guys home now. Yeah, I felt like a dad. I was like, all right.
You're the youngest dad in
Yeah.
history.
Yeah. Right. No, but I just think like obviously this is an affluent area, and I think a pizza shop like this just bodes well of like, yeah, again, we want quality and we're not afraid to pay for it.
Yeah.
So it's no surprise that within a year, hey, we have that spot now. Again,
Yeah.
nothing against the mom and pop spots that are
Yeah,
around here
exactly.
and everything,
Yeah.
but it's just a different style of pizza. Now, when you're making a pizza, what's your favorite kind? Like, what's your favorite kind to make? What's your favorite kind to eat? Are they the same one?
What do I like to eat?
Wow, great question.
I just like the hot sausage. Like,
Oh, yeah?
it's the same as Santucci's actually. I just like a sausage pizza. It's like the best. Yeah.
He makes a pepperoni with Mike's hot honey on it.
That's good too.
that
Yeah.
hot honey
It's
is
something else.
It's
I think it's only good with like a meat topping though. Like on a plain pie, I don't like it. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
It's weird. Yeah.
Now, Nick and I have had this conversation, and we've gone back and forth about it, and I've changed his mind, but he still won't put it on the menu. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I love it, but like
Yeah.
I don't have it here just because I don't feel like cutting pineapple every day. But like, yeah,
So you won't use the canned stuff?
no, I won't use canned
Man,
stuff.
the ingredient,
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
So that's the main reason I don't do it. But I personally, I think it tastes amazing.
Yeah.
So what's it about it that tastes amazing?
It's just so opposite from a tomato. So like when they're together, it's like I don't know, it's just juicy. It's good.
It's like a sweet and sour kind of deal.
It's the sweet and salty for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
like,
that's what it
Sweet
is.
and
Yeah.
savory.
yeah,
Is
you
that
get. I love a pineapple bacon pizza. Like it's
Ooh.
changes up a little bit. You get the saltiness from the bacon, the savoriness from the salt. It's just it works beautifully.
And then when they get baked in the oven, it's like soft and like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. I have to try it.
Mm.
You have to make one for me. I never had pineapple in my life.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you're missing out, brother.
really.
yeah. I'm
Pineapple.
a weird guy. I'm a
no,
weird guy.
No music in the car and no pineapples ever.
Yeah, and I put mustard on my eggs.
Stop. Wait.
Let me
People
turn it
call-
off.
People,
What?
people call me a
Yeah.
serial killer because, like,
What?
so when I first started keto, I didn't even eat eggs, right? So like, I knew like my diet was gonna have to change. I couldn't use ketchup. Had to use like hot sauce on these. So pissed right now.
Crazy.
Yeah. So
It's like Will Levis with the mayo and the coffee.
right.
Yeah.
So if
Oh.
you look up the nutrition facts for mustard, there's nothing in it. There's no calories. There's no. I think there's like maybe 10 grams of sodium. There's-
Spicy mustard.
I
what kind of
prefer
mustard?
I prefer spicy mustard. Yellow mustard is like that's like my absolute least favorite thing in the world.
spicy.
French's yellow dyed mustard.
Right.
Whatever
So
that
like if
stuff
that's the
is.
only thing they have, I'll use it, or I'll just use hot sauce. But so one big thing about keto is you can't have sugar. So I needed to find I couldn't eat eggs plain. With just hot sauce, it was okay. And then I started experimenting with different kinds of mustards, and I found a hot and spicy mustard. It's like $3. I forget what brand it is. There's two little guys on there. So good. I put that on there. Changed my way about mustard.
I gotta try it.
You have to.
I gotta
try.
try. I'll try
send you
most
the-
things once.
I'll send
I
you the
don't even like
picture.
eggs, so I won't.
Oh,
I
okay.
hate eggs, but
Well, you know, I did a food sensitivity test. Guess what? I'm allergic to. Well, I have a food sensitivity to
Okay.
the egg yolk, the egg white, mustard, and chicken.
Best of luck.
Yeah, that's the top. I eat those 4 things every day.
I was gonna say for a keto diet, yeah, absolutely.
Literally every day. But so you're hearing it now on episode 37. DJ Tonka, as known as the keto DJ, is no longer keto. Starting in January, whole new diet plan, Carb City.
Carb King, baby.
Yeah.
Here we
I'm
go.
gonna try to get skinny on carbs. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. I had to lose 20 pounds by Memorial Day.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it for like 33 years, and
Yeah,
hasn't worked out.
I gained 20 pounds since I opened this place, and I can't shake it. I'm like, oh man, stuck now. Only bigger from here.
one more slice of pizza won't hurt.
I ate a whole pie to myself last night. I was like, I was like, whatever. Yeah.
So, do you eat your own pizza?
Yeah, if I mess up a pie, I burn it. I'll just be like, all right, I'm hungry, so I'll just eat it. Yeah.
Okay. So, you're making a pizza for yourself with the ingredients you have,
Yeah.
right? And then I'm going to ask you a follow-up question.
Mhm.
You'll probably like this. So, you're going in there, you have one pie left. You're sold, you're done for the night. What are you making for yourself?
Probably get a little. I like the hot peppers on it for a kick, and the sausage. So hot sausage and hot peppers. Yeah, spicy.
Wow, that's a hot one.
Yeah,
I would
and I
actually
dip
like
it in the ranch. We make our ranch homemade, so that's really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Is there anything in here that is just like
The boneless wings are just Tyson
okay?
chicken nuggets, pretty much. Yeah,
right.
whatever. But that's
Okay.
about it. And French fries. We don't make our own French fries.
Sure.
Would you?
No.
No. Okay.
Too much work. Yeah.
Your dream pie. If you had any condiment, you have all the meats, all the veggies at your
Yeah.
disposal. What's your dream pie you're making for yourself?
Nothing. I'm not a big toppings guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I think toppings kind of ruin a pizza. Like too much is like the worst thing. I
So
have this guy
supreme,
that
you
gets,
hate it.
Yeah, I have this one guy that gets like 9 toppings. I'm like, dude, it just turns to soup. And I'm
There
like,
it is. It's heated up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get you guys a slice.
Mhm.
Chase, I'm gonna slide this question to you.
Yeah.
Your dream pie. I know it's probably gonna be pineapple bacon, isn't it?
Then no, I'll go a newer pie that we just tried with
Yeah,
Santucci's.
you talk about it. I'm gonna get you guys a
I
slice.
feel like it'd be more of like, where's it from? That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna.
Okay.
I was just
So
gonna ask you
yours, I want you to make it. So you get the. You're probably gonna say Santucci's, but where are you gonna get it from, and what's it look like?
Yeah. So one of my favorite pies that we had was actually one that we did make with Nick at the last video that we did at Philomena Santucci's Hatfield, but it was a white pizza because his white pizza is just
Yeah.
awesome with the garlic and the amount of cheese that's on there. But we put broccoli on there, caramelized onions, roasted red peppers, and a bacon crumble. It was delicious.
Yeah.
So good that we literally filmed the video. 2 days later, I'm going to the Warminster location. I'm like, all right, I have to get it again.
Yeah.
So something special about that crust. Thank you.
I wasn't sure if you were a square. I wasn't sure if you were a square or a middle.
Oh, a side or a corner.
It's like the
Yeah.
Sally
You want a
slices.
side or,
Slices.
yeah, you want a side or a
Dude,
corner.
I got his number too. He came
Oh,
in
really?
He came in
No.
the tradesman's
Yeah.
once.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that in a second. You want a corner or a side?
Man, this smells incredible. So what, like,
Right.
So
what do we have going on?
Say you want a side.
So it's actually called the Grandma Pizza
Okay.
that I learned in New York. But I always thought it was the best pizza he did, and I always told him, I'm like, dude, you should just sell this. Like, it's so easy.
It smells so good. What's that fresh chopped basil on there? Little.
Pecorino Romano.
I was gonna say, now is that coming in, or are you guys shaving that on there?
Comes in the quarter wheel, and we like break it off and then shave it on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I love the way Doug describes food.
Yeah.
It like makes me hungry.
Yeah.
So like hearing him talk about the ingredients on the pie when he talks about cheesesteaks, my mouth waters.
You see, like, I've been fortunate enough, blessed by the best enough to talk to so many people about how they make their food, and the good ones stick. And it's cool to see and that appreciation, and or I can appreciate it more of like you're shaving the pecorino on.
Yeah.
Like there's not a step that's like, oh, we'll just make it a little
When
bit.
a Portnoy
easier
ever
for
comes
ourselves.
here, don't give him pecorino.
Every video he's putting out, he's like, enough with the parm, guys. Like, And I'm like, I told the guy today, I'm like, do I got to stop with that? Yeah.
I'm not a big parm guy. Well, okay, man, that doesn't mean the pizza's bad. It just
But
means
the places
you
he
don't
gave it like his 9.4 to, I'm like, they had the parm though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Shaq
so he
Maxim
probably
has to
didn't-
shave. I know that was
There's
a
not a lot
790
on here though, if I'm being honest.
No, yeah.
No, it's enough to give that little
Little
extra
touch.
bite.
So you made this, right?
I'm going
Yeah.
in on
Okay,
this.
so we're gonna take a bite.
All of us.
We're all of us, and we're all gonna rate it separately. And you got to be honest.
Wait, I didn't make this disclosure.
So you didn't make this. So Dan made it, right?
Oh, God. Not crispy.
I don't know, guys. ASMR right here. To be honest, bro, for you not making this, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Are you texting him right now?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say.
You guys talk. I'll finish this lace.
Yeah, is it? So it's that good? You got to finish it.
It's very good. I think if I'm giving a tip of the tongue score on this thing, you want me to talk it up first? You want to talk about the experience and then I give the rating?
Yeah. Actually, can I film you talking about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna film you. Like the way you describe food is just like mesmerizing.
So here we are, Johnny's Pizza,
Mm-hmm.
right on Lancaster Avenue, right? We got the Grandma's Pizza, thin crust, dough's beautiful, crispy outside, chewy inside. The sauce usually on a Grandma's pie, from my experience, a little bit sweeter than this. This is a bit more savory. I kind of dig it, but not an oversight here whatsoever. Freshly shaved pecorino romano, correct, Johnny? We got that right?
Mm-hmm.
We got the freshly chopped basil on there. Is that fresh mozz that we got sitting on top of that?
Yeah, we only use fresh mozzarella.
Only fresh mozz here. Very tasty. Everything's working well together. I think on here, the guy sitting right across from me, no pressure. We're going with the 8.2 out of 10. Tip of the tongue here.
Oh, I love that.
So if you find yourself the Bryn Mawr area right here on Lancaster Ave, you might want to stop by Johnny's and give it a shot. Where are we going next?
I'd cut it to say you said that. I know you were gonna say that.
All right. No, it's very good. It's very savory too. Like I said, most grandma pies I've had have that little bit of sweetness in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I dig this.
So what? So now because you didn't make it, what do you feel about it?
I would say he did a little bit too much cheese that weighed it down. Didn't get that nice crunch on the bottom.
Okay.
I mean, it's also tough when it was like sitting there and then like, I don't know.
The crust is lovely though. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Mhm.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
now, are you I have a feeling the answer is going to be yes, but like, are you a perfectionist when you have any pie coming out of the oven that's not from you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get pissed. Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Are you really?
I'm a little bit mad, yeah, because that's not how it's done, but like, whatever. It's still fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I apologize
Yeah.
for putting you on the spot.
No, it's cool. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm gonna tell him like, dude, that's not how we do it. Yeah. I talked
So
to him.
what do you? So what? How are you gonna go back there and critique him now?
It's more about like you got to feel the dough, you got to feel the cheese. Like you can't just like throw everything on there and it's gonna be fine. You kind of got to. It's like temperature thing, and then like kind of got to let it like the top oven's way hotter. You got to
Right.
keep it in there longer. It's like there's so many factors that go into it, and that's why it's like I do most of them. Yeah.
Okay. So this is what I was talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to be here 6 days a week if you want it to come out the way you want it to come out.
Yeah.
Right. So I think like going forward, you maybe have him shadow you the whole entire time. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're thinking? Like shadow me, watch how I do it.
Yeah.
So I know it's a feel thing. So how do you teach to feel? How do you teach that?
It's just time. You just got to get your hands on the dough. Like just over time. Yeah. I can't really just like tell you how to do it. You just have to like know, like you got to feel the dough. If it's warmer, be softer with it. If it's colder, like, heat it up.
So it's kind of like reps with anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Muscle memory. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
taking it like a bodybuilding term
Yeah.
on it. Interesting.
So-
So I personally, that one, I'm going to be honest.
You had a corner. He had a corner.
I had a corner.
Mhm.
So it's a little different.
It's crispier. Yeah.
You want to try a corner?
Try corner. I would eat that was a very good pizza. So I'm excited to come back and see one made by the man himself. What that tastes like.
Yeah. So I apologize. I didn't know you didn't make that.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
So, but anyway, for 8.2, I'm going to give it
We'll take
8.0 to be
We'll
honest.
take it. We'll take it.
8.0, and that's out of 9. Okay, because I don't go to 10.
Oh, no?
No.
So that's adjusted for the rating. That's a higher rating than an 8.2.
Yeah. Yeah.
For those following at home, please do the math.
I make up my own rules here. No, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because I know you didn't make it. There you go.
Fair enough.
He's sitting in front of me.
Right. Pressure's on. Pressure's on.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this is something I always ask, especially small businesses, right?
Mhm.
It's a 2-part question. Johnny's Pizza, 5 years. Don't include yourself in that 5 years.
Mhm.
And then after that, I'll get to you. But what do you see Johnny's Pizza in 5 years?
So I go back and forth. I talk to Nick about this all the time. I'm like, because he has 3 spots, and I'm like, dude, I see all the headaches you have of like having 3 different spots, and you're not able to clone yourself. So I don't know if I'd ever trust anybody to have like multiple spots. I think just one big spot, like put a bar in there and just do one big one, like very well. And it's all under your roof, so it's like whatever. Because one big spot can do the same sales as like 7 dinky ones.
Sure.
So
Ooh.
Great word too, dinky.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those Dinky and Schmucks.
Mhm.
We need one more to round out the episode.
Yeah, like how Domino's started. Obviously, it's huge now, but like how the guy started, he just found the cheapest spots possible. Just threw an oven and a fridge in there and a mixer, and that's it. And he just opened up as many as he could as fast as possible. Yeah.
And that still works.
Oh yeah, it works. Yeah, but like
So you want to have
There's a difference between a Domino's and a Johnny's.
yeah.
what's that? Isn't there a concept like that? Isn't it what Anthony's Cold Fire is? Don't they have a bar too?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the same concept, but you want to be a chain.
Yeah, he got. I go back and forth. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, yeah, let's just franchise this thing out. Yeah, but then other times I'm
But
just
then
like, no.
then your quality would go down.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where would a perfect spot be for you? Would you like to stay here? Is there somewhere you're like, man, if we could get a spot there, that would be a game changer?
No, nothing really like changes my mind. Really, I think any spot's fine as long as you get to know the area. You'll
Yeah.
be fine. Yeah. I mean, when I first started, I wish I would have opened up in like Ambler or like Warrington, Doylestown, like where I'm from. So like that probably would have been better off like your first year, obviously. But it's fine now. I like this area.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's a perfect first spot.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
going off what he said, would you probably stay? You look for a bigger spot here then?
No, I'd probably just keep this one or like the lease is up. Yeah. Or go to a bigger spot. Yeah.
So how does it work for a lease for a pizza shop? Is it year by year, 5 years?
5 years. Yeah.
Oh wow! So
Then
that's
I have
actually
then I have the option to renew or not.
So this episode is your second year. It is Wednesday, December 20th, 2023.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna do the podcast. Would you want to come on a year from today to see if any of your answers changed?
Yeah, sure. I mean, dealing with a landlord's not fun, like slumlords, and I mean, but like, yeah,
Okay. I would love to see your progress a year from now.
yeah,
See
it'll
what
probably
your
be
thought
different.
process
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
Because I've done that. I'm doing that with a couple of DJs that I had on in the beginning that were just starting out. When I first started this podcast, I was interviewing my friends.
Mhm.
Because I was like, I felt wanted to get more comfortable and it's like get the wheels flowing. So I interviewed a couple of young bucks. So I want to see like, especially my one buddy Jimmy. He's coming on. You know Jimmy Six, right?
I think I've seen him on Instagram. I don't think I ever met him.
So
yeah.
he used to work at Tradesman's like years ago. So I didn't know if you guys crossed paths, but I'm having him on a year from his first episode, he was like episode 2, I think. So I'm having him back on to see where he's gone in a year. It's actually a pretty remarkable story. So hopefully you guys tune in for that episode. He's about to open for one of the biggest tech house artists he won a contest, but it was like,
Right.
it's still to be able to do that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But so like, I would like to have you back on a year from today
Yeah.
to see where your head's at.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
All right. I love that.
See how many more signatures are on the wall here.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Made it to the ceiling tiles.
We'll have a new oven that tells temperature. We'll have all new stuff. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, include that in your 5-year plan.
Mhm.
So if you are solidified in this building and you're staying here,
Mhm.
what is the upgrades you would like to do to this spot?
The counter when you walk in right away, oven, new refrigeration, but that's pretty much it. Just take care of the front and then redo the bathrooms and then
So I think people always slack on the bathroom.
yeah.
That's like, I'm glad to hear you say you want to do the
Oh my
bathroom.
God. Yeah, dude, it bothers me every day. Yeah.
So like when I go to a restaurant, you go to like this fancy restaurant, the bathroom is crap.
Mhm.
Like what like people go to use that. Like
Yeah.
they would have think you'd have bad hygiene, right?
It's a very common area, right?
Right.
So you gotta.
Why wouldn't you make your bathroom so nice?
Mhm.
Like when I saw the first TV in front of a urinal, I was like, this is great. You know what I mean? I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
The only thing I would wish if there was a TV in the stall, like the other stall. There's one you sit down in.
Right.
I don't think I would ever get up.
No, that's where you're spending your night.
Yeah, I'm sitting there the rest of the night watching the game.
Yeah.
It's like, how have you been able to make a pizza of that quality without having any temperature regulation or being able to tell the temperature? I know you said it's a lot of feel, but like,
So like that's why I said like this one was cooked at like a lower temperature, so it didn't get that like wood fire kind of char that you
Sure.
want. So like kind of dries out a little bit. But I just crank it up as high as it can go, almost like 900 degrees practically.
Yeah.
And then I bring it down to the lower one so it finishes cooking so it doesn't burn. But so that's how I've been doing it. Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cut
now,
cut that out, secret. No.
yeah.
do you want me to cut that out?
Okay. Yeah.
You sure I can cut it out?
Yeah, cut it out. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you want me to
I
cut
don't
it
know what
out?
to believe.
No, it's
I don't know
fine.
what to
Yeah,
believe.
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Because
He's gonna text you later. Cut it out.
cut it out.
I'll wake up tomorrow and be like, yeah, no.
Well, you gotta let me know by tomorrow by like noon.
No,
This comes out tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Comes out the 21st, 8 p.m.
Yeah, no.
So
The oven is broken. That's the only reason it gets that hot.
right, obviously. So your new oven that you want to get, right? So is it gonna be another double tier, one oven? How is a pizza guy?
So the one I'm looking at
out
has
for an
like-
oven.
Yeah, exactly. You got to kind of project like you can go up to like 5 decks to the one I'm looking at, but like, are you really going to be able to fill them all like in the space you have now? So probably not. So I'd probably do 3, and then that would probably be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So is the technology a lot different?
Yeah, it'd be an electric oven. Like, they get like the hottest, and they retain the heat the best. So
Really?
that's the problem with this one. Like, it loses heat so fast. On a busy Friday night, you'll throw the first wave of pies in there, and then it's like the next wave is not going to come out the same.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. There's a lot to go into this, man.
I was gonna say there's a lot of quality control.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't
Goes
just
in.
train somebody and like throw somebody on that oven. They're like, if they don't have the years of experience, like they're not going to.
You don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
You
You
don't know what you're feeling for. All of that stuff.
Okay. So I asked you the business plan for 5 years. What is your personal 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So like I said, I just go back and forth between like opening another spot, like takeout only, like this, kind of like the route Nick's going, or like just doing like I'd like to open a bar. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I like the bar pizza concept. I used to work
Yeah.
at a place my brother managed. It was called Crocodile in Old City. You'd buy a beer, you get a personal pie.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yet it was like they're little Johns, like the size of these plates.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they make, I think, like 85 cents to make. It was like nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were so good. Like everybody at the end of the night would order a beer just so they can get a pizza to go and leave the
Sure.
beer. So they're paying like $6 for this beer.
yeah.
They're getting the pizzas. And then whatever dough was left, they would make them for us, like the workers. There'd be a stack to the ceiling from the floor to the ground. Well, pizzas, you name it, they had it, made it. Because they were fresh too. Never reused the toppings, never reused the dough, so they had to use it. So we were giving them out on the street to homeless people sometimes because we had so many.
I love
You know what
everything about that.
Yeah, the concept was great.
Yeah.
And we were filled up every night. Every night we were full.
Mhm.
Like the first bat, well, I only work Friday and Saturday, so I don't know about the other days, but the Friday and Saturday packed. That kitchen was moving. Like they were moving. So what's your volume like on a weekly basis? Your busiest day and your slowest day?
So yesterday, actually, I was by myself. I had one guy here, my friend, who was helping me out. He helped me out last winter. He's here now because he does landscaping. But it was his first day back in here. I'm like, Tuesday, dude. We'll be fine, me and you. And then we just got slammed, and I was like, oh, man. I'm like, we're screwed right now. Yeah. But we just I had to turn off online ordering. I had to like slow the phones down. So yesterday was a little rough, but made it through. Because yesterday was that was our busiest Tuesday ever. So I was like, okay, now each weekday is starting to feel like a weekend. Like that a weekend was like a month ago, probably.
Yeah, like you said, not a bad problem to have.
Yeah, no.
Where do most of your orders come from? Is it online? Is it phone? Is it walk-in?
I'd say about like 30% online.
Okay.
The rest is mostly phone calls.
What do you guys use, like POS system-wise?
Toast.
Shout out to Toast. Love Toast.
Yeah, are they taking over?
Pretty much.
I think so.
Their online ordering is just so easy. It's already built in. It's like,
yeah, and it seems like it's easier for you guys as the business.
yeah,
Like-
it would just suck to switch. If I switched everything, it would just be so.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's POS. Like,
Yeah.
like I used to work in POS help desk, and when we would switch like programs, oh my god,
Yeah.
like that was a pain because we had to send out new paperwork and like we were dealing. I was with Jones New York and 9 West. It was all old ladies working at these stores and trying to like talk them through computer stuff. It was like, oh boy, that's where I learned my patience though. So
Yeah, they make it really easy.
So just to piggyback, I know you got to get back to work. We're an hour and 5 in. So I'm just like thinking about your bar pizza concept. Are you to expand your menu if you did that?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh,
like
yeah, hate that.
they had a huge menu here before, right? So like, what's that process go in? Like menu philosophy and offering.
Depends the kind of concept you want. If you want to do like a sports bar, you would just do like cheesesteaks, wings, and pizza.
Okay.
Maybe a salad, but like if you went like the fancier route, you do like Neapolitan pizza and then like homemade pastas, like stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would expand a little bit depending on what you want.
Yeah, maybe like different
Maybe-
concept.
Are you going
behind
to
it, but,
maybe
like,
have a Chase U pizza, pineapple and bacon?
it's potential.
Can,
Make it happen.
can you put the Tonka on there? Mine is buffalo chicken, but with marinara, like the pizza sauce.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
You should make a
It freaks
pizza.
me out.
Yeah, with eggs and mustard. Put that on the pizza. Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, he made me a buffalo chicken. I had to dip it myself. He wouldn't put the mild sauce on it. So I dip my hot sauce and my pizza in hot sauce, not my hot sauce and pizza.
Either one.
Yeah, yeah, either one could work. And I like that. I was like, just put some chicken on there as a topping, and it's going to probably be amazing. And it was. He doesn't believe me, but you can call that the Tonka.
Right.
We have a Chase U pizza, a Doug. Actually, not call it the Doug.
Doug's dough.
Wow.
I know. I'm just.
Oh my
What is
God.
that? I didn't hear it. I
Doug's
didn't-
dough.
Oh, Doug's
dough. It's
dough.
always going.
Whoa.
Like to that point, in all sincerity, would you ever, or have you ever felt the need to do like an online toast exclusive or like a weekly exclusive pie for something that's taking place like event wise?
Great question.
No, not yet, because I could barely handle the volume we're
I was
getting on
gonna
the
say, do you even
weekend.
need to
Yeah,
at this
no,
point?
like that's what I have customers come in like, oh, you need Portnoy in here. I'm like, dude, like I would get ripped a new one if Portnoy came in here. Like,
Oh yeah.
then I would have my phone would be off the hook, and then it's like you can't even accommodate it. So it's like,
So what you're saying is, don't come do a Chase U review here anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I mean, it'd be a good problem to have.
Right,
It'd be that
absolutely.
kind of
I
thing.
actually would love him to review your cheesesteak because your cheesesteak was
Yeah.
amazing. I don't know what you do to it. I don't know what was in it. I got that bit. He has 2 sizes.
Okay.
Like, was it 11 and 16?
8 and 16.
8 and 16.
The rolls come in 16 inches, so we just cut
Sure.
it in half. Yeah.
Because I mean, I ate a 16 right to the face,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get over the 16 has like 20 ounces of meat on it, so it's over a pound.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I ate it.
What cheese are you using?
Cooper Sharp. Yeah.
Gotta go Cooper.
I get
Bryn,
that.
that seeded roll that we won't give the secret away of
No.
who it is.
No,
We can't say it. No.
no.
We can
he's-
say it. Those who
okay.
know who know.
Yeah, those who know. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't use it.
Oh, who do you use?
Merzbachers.
Oh,
Down in right off
Germantown.
Wayne.
I was
Johnson.
just assuming you
Yeah.
used Sarcones.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't want to use what everybody else uses, so I was just like,
Merzbach.
all right.
They're
Yeah.
Are they good?
They are good.
Yeah?
they're good. I had
Yeah.
them once, like super fresh, nice, crisp. They got a couple different breads that they're kicking out of the bakery too. But if you're
Mhm.
on like regional rail going anywhere, if you look off over at Wayne Junction,
Mhm.
you'll see their logo. It's pretty cool. So I've gotten off
a
there
big
once.
spot,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow.
But they
You
had
just threw me a curveball. I thought it
Yeah.
was Sarcones.
I
No,
think they had a
no.
little documentary done on them.
They did, yeah,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty-
interesting.
On the Eater, yeah.
Yeah, it's worth the watch.
Wait, on the what?
It's called the Eater.
Oh, what's that?
It's like a YouTube channel.
Just a YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like a
They have
big
something Merzbach,
Merzbach.
called the Philly roll, and I
Mhm.
don't know what exactly
Philly
it is.
muffin.
But yeah, but it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, it's
What is it? Do you know?
Kind of like an English muffin, but like a Philly twist.
Yeah.
I don't know where
Is
the
it a
Philly
pretzel?
twist comes in
Thick-
from, but like it's just an English muffin. Yeah,
it's not a pretzel.
that's what I would describe it as, like an English muffin kind of thing.
Yeah, thick John.
Yeah,
English
thick
muffin.
John.
That's what it is.
This is a stupid question,
Mhm.
but you see the commercials for it all the time. Like, would you ever do a one-off pretzel crust?
I did do that before.
Oh, you
I
did?
did it for like 2 days, but like I pretzeled the dough. It was a pretzel dough.
How do you pretzel a dough?
Oh, dude, baking soda, boiling water. It was nuts.
This
It was
guy
so
knows
stupid.
everything.
I don't know what. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, this. No, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know why I was doing it. We were just slow, so I could do whatever.
Yeah.
Did like the sesame seed crust on it with the salt flakes, and then I did cheesesteak meat, long hots, Cooper Sharp. It was literally a Philly cheesesteak pizza on a pretzel. Yeah,
Man,
Is
that's
it banging?
it was very good.
Yeah,
but
I
I
was
was
gonna
like,
say, it
this is
sounds
not sustainable
crazy.
during like a busy time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do this. Yeah, I made it for one guy. Yeah,
So this could be what he is talking about. When you get the new oven, you get the new countertop space. Maybe do like, let's see, the Phillies go back to the World Series,
Mhm.
and like, what do you associate with Phillies? You know, pretzels, cheesesteaks,
it's a game day Sunday for
Yeah.
the birds. Like
wherever the birds. So
Yeah.
like,
limited run of 10, 15.
boom.
yeah, potentially.
Yeah. So you always want to try the Little Caesars, John. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
I always want to try the pretzel pizza.
Yeah, I've had it. It was terrible.
Well, it's Little Caesars, bro.
Yeah,
Surprise.
yeah,
Yeah. So back in the day, though,
yeah.
I'm talking. I'm 40. How old are you, Chase?
33.
Oh, you're close. So Friday night, my dad, we used to drive the Farrell's Hills from Croydon, which is like 30 minutes, to get the double. They used to be in a double paper bag pizza from Little Caesars. Back then, it was slamming.
Mhm.
'Cause it was only one, and it was in Farrell's Hills, which was so far from my house. They weren't all over. They weren't, you know what I mean, like hot and ready bullshit. They were, you know what I mean. It was good. So I haven't had it since, but
Yeah.
I really wanted to try that pretzel one. So if you can bring that back, maybe next year. So maybe that's what we'll talk
Yeah.
about next year. We'll see if you did any.
I'll tell you
custom
once I
ones.
start seeing like a dip where it like kind of flattens out and like it slows down a bit, then I'll
Yeah.
probably be like, let me do something new now.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, like, as
Okay.
we're talking about it, because I know we brought it up a couple times, like a vanity pizza, but it feels like you are in such a good problem of being busy enough to where you don't need that. But more important, you can't handle it, it seems like.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
it's just
yeah.
going to be like,
Online ordering gets shut off Friday, Saturday, Sundays.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
is that like a good feeling for you to be like, all right, we got it, guys, like now it's time to shut down, or is it bittersweet?
No, I hate like he's always telling me like post you're sold out. Like I sold out last night, but I was like, I'm not posting it, man.
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna be like, I
told
hate
him.
this dude. Yeah.
Who
No,
does
so-
that?
Pizza
Mama,
Westchester.
they do it.
Yeah.
Mama Russo's has done that.
So this is what I told him.
Rarity Brothers has done that. So
You get done work at 6:00.
Mhm.
He posts a pizza. You're riding home from work. You're at a red light.
Yeah.
You're like 20 minutes from here. You post. You're like, I'm home, starving. You open up. He's the first Instagram story on there. You open it. Beautiful pie. What are you gonna do for dinner?
yeah, I want that pizza
Right.
for sure.
So I told him,
Mhm.
I was like, if you get a pie and it looks great, take a picture of it. You have a counter girl, you have a counter guy.
Mhm.
Have them use your phone. Yo, take a video of me taking this out of the oven. Take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, post it, bro. Because I told him how the algorithm works with stories.
Mhm.
The more you post, the more you're in the front. The more you in the post, the more you're in the front. The more people that share it, the more you're in the front. The more people that like it, the more you're in the front.
I thought it was just like a time thing. Like,
No, it's not a time thing.
It's a Wild West.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. So,
yeah, I'm not a big social media guy, so it's like
That's why
all,
we're
like,
trying to help
newer.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I was like, you have to post.
Yeah, consistency's key. I mean, we've seen that, right? You got to be consistent, but it's also you want that for the business. You know,
Right.
I think it's.
I know
key.
it's quality over quantity, but
Yeah.
in Instagram and TikTok, it's the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's quantity. So you don't have to post
Right.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Lunchtime, post a pie.
Mm.
People get out of work, post a pie. Right before you close and you sell out, post a pie. Sold out, boom, done. 3 posts a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's nothing.
But with the sold out thing, I feel like it scares people away. They're like, oh, I'm not even gonna try.
No,
Like,
think about it. Think about it. With something sold out, shoes are sold out. What do you first thing you're doing? Oh, you're not a shoe guy, but first thing I'm doing, I'm on StockX, I'm on eBay, seeing what they're reselling for.
Yeah.
How do I get it? I need
You
that.
got to build demand.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I'm friends with a guy in Pizza Westchester, so like he does it. And he's like, dude, you're one guy. Like I'm one guy, so like you
I
just
think-
got to do it. Yeah.
Chase,
The-
what's your feeling about it?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
no. I ask you this: like, what's it going to cost you? You know, to post a picture on Instagram,
Oh yeah.
a second of your time. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's the beauty of social media is that it. You know, obviously you can pay to promote things, but it's free.
Mhm.
It's free. It's easy advertising, and
Right.
especially if you have a product, the product sells itself.
Yeah.
You know, and
So what's your on what my opinion when telling him post, and then post when you're sold out?
Yeah, I would just post once or twice a day. Maybe when you're opening up, I don't think you need to do 3 posts. I don't think you need to do more than 1 post. Just be
Right.
consistent with your post and post every day, Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday, you know, nobody's real. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say nobody, but you have less people on social just because they're, doing whatever they want to do on the
I
weekend.
showed him how to track when his people are.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that.
Check out your insights, man. Yeah, it tells you the
So
story.
should he post when he sold out?
I would, even if it's just a story. Just be like, hey, guys, we sold out of the day, or hey,
I'm not talking about grid. I'm talking about story posts.
Oh, yeah.
So 3 a day. Three a day.
Yeah, oh, that's easy money right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the grid. I'm telling you, the grid's weird nowadays. In my opinion, I post all my important things like work wise.
When you say grid, is that just
Grid is when you go to your
regular
profile,
post? Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
profile, I would post once a week,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
pretty good?
At least, yeah.
Yeah. So stories, that's where I put all my gigs. You never see me post my gigs on my grid. You know why? Because nobody really sees it. If
Yeah.
people aren't liking and sharing your grid post, no one's going to see it. It's just going to get lost in the sauce.
Mhm.
Like if you look at my likes going down, depending on my time of day, it can go from 300 likes to 100, depending on the content.
Right.
You know what I mean? But my story posts get like 500 to 600 views a day. Your pizza one I posted got like 600-700 views.
Right.
And then out of that 700 views, you had 3 customers off of it. So imagine what you're doing.
Yeah.
They're posting, he sold out today. Damn, really?
Yeah.
Oh, but he must be really good. Even if it's shit.
Right.
Even if Dan makes it.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares? That you got to build demand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate to preach to you, but I'm trying to help.
Yeah. No, I know.
I
Yeah.
don't even think it's just, obviously it's the band, but it's also just brand awareness.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. And you have a lot of great people in your corner. Like, Nick, like I said, could not have talked higher about you. He's
Right.
like, you got to get out there. You got to get out there. He's like, tell me when you're going out. And
Yeah.
Nick, I'm here. But,
Better late than never.
yeah, though, like, I think the stories make it very easy. And it's one thing, you got to get comfortable with social media if you want, but it's what you want for the business, right? If you think, yeah, this is going to help us sell out a little bit faster, this is going to help us get more people in the door to where we can upgrade the bathroom, get the counter, get the oven.
Yeah.
It's a tool all in your hand, and you can speak. We've seen that. You got the personality.
Yeah.
If people,
I was nervous bringing you on, to be honest. You're a quiet
Yeah.
guy.
I don't get too loud. No. See, that's the thing. It's like if I'm obviously whenever he's comfortable with people, but like I feel like you've never seen me like out and like thriving. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I have, though. I mean, I know you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about in this setting, I was afraid that you were going to open up.
No.
yeah, but I think we've talked about it before. Like, especially you're so outward and front facing because that's your job,
Right.
Same thing. If people are going to buy into you and they like you, they're going to buy the product, and the product again sells itself.
Yeah.
Regardless, if you made it, Danny makes it. Like, it's good.
I like saying his
solid.
name now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's
People are gonna
all-
call and be like, "Can Dan not make my
I don't
podcast?"
want-
I heard the
That-
podcast.
That'd be hysterical, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can call and ask specific people to make it.
Yeah.
What if they like the way Dan makes it? Right? So imagine this, right?
Johnny's
Imagine
be like,
this.
no, it can't
No,
leave
no,
the
nobody
door.
likes
on
that
the
way.
website,
Yeah.
on the website, you have you could pick a pie selector.
$2 cheaper. $2 cheaper.
It's like a barber. You got the price
You get the Danny
differentiation.
special.
Guy in the corner. I'm taking walk-ins. Yeah. You're like, oh, never mind. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
See?
yeah.
So that it's something you can have fun
Yeah.
with it. Maybe down the road,
Yeah.
Danny has a name on his shirt. People will be like, "Oh, can he make my pie?"
Yeah.
You're
know,
like,
it's fun.
if you want to,
It's so
no
funny.
refunds.
Dude, I had this guy that comes in every Friday. His name's Steve. Runs like the auto body shop, and he was like, "Dan forgot the fries to put on the order." He calls back. He's like, "I know it wasn't you. I know it was Dan." And I was like, "Oh man, yeah." I was like, Dan, you forgot his fries. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I did. Yeah, okay,
Dude,
yeah."
forget him.
Did he run him down?
No, he didn't want that. He was like, "I'll just get free fries next week." I'm like, "All right, cool."
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I know I keep saying this, but we're hour 15 in. We're doing really well. We're getting really good traction. But a couple more questions, and then we'll let you go. Because I don't know how the phone's been ringing.
I don't want to clean. They're fine. Yeah.
They've been chopping steaks, so I don't know what's going on back there. What's your customer service like here? What's it like?
Oh,
So
man.
like someone calls and they're like, "Oh man, the pizza really not my speed." What's your response?
I haven't ran into that really. I mean,
It
like,
came in
yeah.
a
That was the
rectangle
answer.
box.
That was the answer I was
it's
hoping
more the
for.
in person. Like if they're used to the old owners, that's when I'm like, oh man, here we go. Okay, they're like,
Yeah.
what's this green stuff on the pizza? And I'm like, oh man, okay, come on.
But you had mentioned too when you were up there in New York of having the ability to kind of be yourself and relax and have
yeah.
that environment of like, hey, we can have fun with the customers. Like we can have a little bit of back and forth. We can have a little bit of bullshit and back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell them all the time. Like everybody that walks through the store, just talk to them because like that interaction is going to go so far. They'll be like, oh, John was a nice guy. He's a cool guy. I'm going to go back there. Maybe like even if you like something else better, you're just going to go back there to
Yeah,
talk.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that environment. I enjoyed that
exactly.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
They knew my name. They were talking like.
I feel like I know like every customer by name. Like this lady came in. She's like, I was here like 6 months ago. I was like, yeah, you're the substitute teacher. I remember you. Yeah. And she's like, wow. And I was like, yeah, I remember
she's
everybody.
a customer for life.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
good. You're like a barber.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple of businesses in this world that will never go out of business. Food, barbers, funeral homes, right? There's a couple of establishments that are like, you're good. If you have a good product, you're good.
Yeah.
You have a good barber, you're good.
People always
Pizza,
want food.
Good.
Yeah.
But keep posting. You get anything back from this
yeah.
hour conversation. Post when you're sold out, you dummy.
I got to remember to take pictures of stuff too. That's the thing.
Yeah, the pictures don't gotta be live. You can upload a picture
Bro.
from weeks ago on your story.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
recycle them a lot. Yeah.
Take the picture, bro.
Okay.
I'll come in here once a day if you want. Until you get the used to it. I told him, you know what I told him to do? I said, get if you're on your phone plan or whatever, go get a new phone, but keep yours. Keep it by the counter. You know, whoever's working the register, have them take a picture when they're pulling it out.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And then you post it at your leisure. As long as they're taking the photos, especially if the pizzas look different. So Harry Rosen wants a special pizza.
Yeah.
Don't even put his name. Just put the special. Today. Yeah, I mean the one-off.
Those who know. If you know,
Right.
you know. That's
Actually, yeah. Do the abbreviation. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I wish you all the best, man. Doug, thanks for making the trek out here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me back on.
No doubt, man. You're more than welcome in this co-host chair. Keep a lookout for Chatting with Chase. We're gonna debut it
let's
right
go.
here. I'm gonna wait. Hold on. Wait. Where is it?
Let's go.
Tonka exclusive is he's starting his own podcast, Chatting with Chase.
Yeah. Nice.
He bought this little shindig, Hooey Bob guy. It's
Little interface, audio interface.
That was what I was looking for. Yeah,
You get that at Best Buy?
No. I got. Where'd you get yours?
B&H Photo.
Oh, yeah, it's so weird that a photo place sells electric things. I got it from a DJ website. So, we get your electric on. Where do you get your electronics?
Yeah, right.
You probably could get it at Best Buy. I'm not sure, but thanks for taking the time away from your business to
thank
talk
you.
about
Yeah.
your small business. I'm glad I made this connection. Maybe you guys
sure.
can
Yeah, absolutely.
do some work in the future. And you guys been listening to Talking with Tonka, episode 37. Make sure you guys follow Doug on Instagram as @ChaseU_.
@_Chase_you.
Yeah, there's a lot of underscores in there. Is there gonna be an Instagram for your podcast?
It's going to be all housed in the same thing.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's
There'll be a
ballsy.
link.
I
There'll
love
be a
it.
link to that.
You have a link tree.
Link tree.
Yeah,
The link.
little food porn link in there. I love the way he describes food. So actually, before I put the audio back, I'll do a little drum beat under it. At Johnny's Pizza Bryn Mawr. All one word.
Yeah, one word.
All right, it'll all be in the be in the description. Make sure you guys give these guys a follow. Chase, aka Doug, is doing some awesome things. I can't wait to see him at the ballpark this year in his overalls. Maybe you just do a pizza in your overalls. Do some Johnny's Pizza overalls.
Oh, man. I don't think so.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like,
We'll work on it.
imagine the little pizza guy on some overalls.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, who makes them again? Foco. We have to get them on the horn. Get some Johnny's Pizza overalls. But thank you guys for tuning in to Talk with Tonka. Make sure you guys follow this and take a look. Make sure you guys are paying attention to Chase's Instagram because Chat with Chase is coming to your airwaves. So make sure you guys are ready for that. And thank you always for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those great things to help me boost up the levels here. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been episode 37. Peace.